If you weren't standing here, that would mean we would have Kelsey. That would mean Kelsey would be with us.
A week of tough testimony in the Raye Smith trial. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andrew Spino.
And I'm Jamie Soretta. A surprising admission on the stand today, and the juror hears from two caseworkers assigned to protect Kelsey Briggs. Fox 25's Elisa Monahan takes us to the courtroom first on Fox.
All week, witnesses told the jury about countless injuries and bruises to Kelsey's body. The two caseworkers in charge of caring for the 2-year-old told the courtroom today for every bruise, Raye had an explanation. And now they admit they may have made a mistake.
It's kind of like, oh, yeah, we messed up. Oh, well, it's not our child, it's yours.
Two caseworkers who were supposed to take a stand for Kelsey instead take the stand in the courtroom.
If you see a child bruised that much and injured that often, to me, you should be concerned about it. That's especially when that is your job.
DHS worker Yolanda Hunter and community worker Jean Bonner both tell the jury they did not follow proper protocol. They should have called police when they found Kelsey covered with bruises.
They suspect child abuse, and one of their main procedures is to call the police or contact the police, and they don't, and just kind of blow it off. That's kind of you would call a red flag, I guess, on our DHS service.
For every bruise on Kelsey's face, caseworkers say Raye had an excuse. Toward the end of Kelsey's life, seeing Kelsey with injuries became more common.
That was a big deal. You know, that was a shock. Oh, they finally saw her 1 week without bruises. But what about all the other times that they saw the bruises and all that? You know, as you say, they got used to it.
Raye's attorney argues Kelsey's 2 broken legs were an accident when she fell wearing flip-flops at the zoo. And even though Raye explained every injury as an accident, caseworkers say they always suspected someone was abusing Kelsey. But even after seeing her with broken legs, caseworkers still did not call police. And on the stand today admit they may have made a mistake.
I'm glad that they finally are realizing that, oh yeah, maybe we did mess up.
2 women who worked with Raye tell the jury she admitted to beating her daughter Kelsey with a hairbrush. Fox 25's Britton Follett takes us back to the courtroom.
The Meeker police officer who investigated Kelsey's broken collarbone and the 29 bruises and abrasions on Kelsey's rear told the court he still does not think anyone abused Kelsey. In fact, he's not convinced she was murdered. The officer expected questions on the witness stand. He got more once he was through.
How'd the hairbrush get on Raye's bedroom floor?
January 14th, 2005, Matt Byers says Raye told him Kelsey broke her collarbone when she fell out of her crib and hit a plastic slide. As for the bruises, he told jurors it was his opinion Kelsey fell on a hairbrush he found sitting in her bedroom.
I guess we should have had Kelsey in the Olympics so she could go from a crib to a slide to the middle of the room over by the door to a hairbrush.
DHS workers told jurors for every bruise, Kelsey was in Raye's care. Despite all of those bruises, on June 16th, Judge Key says he was following the law when he let Kelsey go home with Raye against DHS recommendations, a decision one caseworker says she's never seen before.
Can you tell us which law it was?
No.
Where did he get this information? This Meeker police officer could not name the law on the witness stand, but says he met with Judge Key in his chambers and told him he had to return Kelsey to Raye Smith because the law required him to.
What's your relationship with the Smith family?
Very brief, very little.
DHS workers told jurors about Kelsey's life after Judge Key's decision. They say she was hurting herself, would not eat, lost weight, and the bruises continued. When a caseworker noted a tear on Kelsey's eyelid, she says she had a hard time believing Raye when she said she washed Kelsey's hair with adult shampoo and Kelsey rubbed her eye raw with a towel. On October 7th, that same caseworker says she saw Kelsey naked. She had no bruises. 4 days later, the medical examiner says she was murdered and covered with bruises.
How could it not be a homicide?
Well, if you want the legal definition, there was a person killed or died, but I don't think.
You don't think someone killed her?
He did her.
The legal definition of a homicide is death by the hand of another.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think someone killed her?
No.
In a meeting without the jurors, the judge decided to allow testimony from another caseworker. Tomorrow we expect to hear from a woman who says she recorded Kelsey telling her mom, "Daddy Mike hurt my legs." And Raye said, "He could not have. You have not been around him."
Today, the state arrested its case after 2 doctors took the stand. Both confirmed either Kelsey Smith-Briggs was abused or was a victim of battered child syndrome. The doctors did not say who abused Kelsey. They just said her injuries were consistent with abuse. Kelsey's biological father's family had this reaction.
This is a child that was abused for a long time. And to think that a little 2-year-old would have to go through something like that it's just hard to understand and hard to accept.
The defense called Raye mother, Gayla Smith, as its first
Two
witness.
doctors take the stand against Raye Smith today, saying her 2-year-old daughter was being abused. With that, the state rests its case against Kelsey Briggs' mother. Fox 25's Britton Follett was in the courtroom as Raye mother was questioned about shocking new details during the last months of Kelsey's life.
After a week of witnesses, the state handed the case over to the defense. In that week, jurors heard from Michael Porter, who says he saw Raye beat Kelsey and that he did not kill her. They heard from DHS caseworkers who say they may have made a mistake. And finally, from 2 doctors who say they do not believe Raye's story. 2 broken legs, 2 doctors told the jury one story, that there is no way Kelsey's broken legs could have been caused from anything other than child abuse. 2 doctors with 60 years combined experience in diagnosing child abuse said they do not buy Raye's story that Kelsey sprained her ankle when she fell on her platform flip-flops at the zoo.
That's quite a little story. I guess if that's the case, then we should shut down the zoo maybe, because it seems like just walking at the zoo, you can break both your legs.
Gayla Smith, Raye's mother, took the stand, telling jurors she's never seen the platform flip-flops, has never seen Kelsey walk in them, and told the jury they were purple. Other witnesses say they were pink.
There was something going on in that home. They've said all along, it was just an accident at the zoo. That many doctors saying that was abuse, that it probably was abuse.
Gayla first told the jury Raye told her the doctor said to make Kelsey walk on her sprained ankle. But during the state's cross-examination, they showed Gayla a piece of paper from the doctor that says Kelsey was supposed to rest her right foot, signed by Raye. When asked if she thought that was odd, she agreed.
If Raye would come up and say, "This is what I did," that still wouldn't give peace.
2 casts to protect the legs. A jury will decide if Mom did not protect.
Our little girl was murdered, and there will never be peace because she's not here.
Raye's mom first told the jury Kelsey was getting better once she went home to live with Raye. But when the state questioned her further, she admitted Raye told her Michael Porter had taped Kelsey's eyes shut. And they became suspicious when Porter said she fell down the stairs. Suspicions her mom says she and Raye did not do anything about.